course, no moonlighting at 145. I think this is going to be the best Conor that we've seen thus far if he sticks to this plan of sticking around at 155, because I've always believed that that's his best weight.
Ariel, there are two narratives going into this fight that I strongly disagree with. First of which is that Dustin Poirier is better now, much better than when he fought Conor the first time. While I don't disagree with that statement, that's predicated on a notion that Conor is not. Excuse me, Conor was not the interim champion when they fought. Conor hadn't been in that cage 5 times. Conor was not the featherweight champion, the 45-pound champion, leaving, going up to 70, changing sports, going over to be a pugilist for one night with Floyd Mayweather. I only share with you to act as though Conor has not also improved. I disagree with. And second, Ariel, is the idea that Conor McGregor gets tired and quits. Look, excuse me, we have seen that twice, and Conor's admitted to it. But one of them was at 170 pounds, where he never belonged, where he never should have been. Anybody's going to be exhausted in that environment. And the other time he got tired and affected the outcome was 30 minutes after fighting the greatest boxer of all time. Look, he's got reason to have been tired in those fights. I don't think if you're betting on Dustin Poirier on the idea simply that Dustin's better, or on the idea that Conor is going to get tired and fatigued, man, I think you're making a sucker's play there.
And oh, by the way, I know we're talking about the Poirier fight here, and it's relevant that it's happening at 155 as opposed to his last fight, which was at 170. I do believe that this is a sign of things to come, not only in mixed martial arts, but in boxing as well. Remember, he really wants that Manny Pacquiao fight. This isn't just some talk, and his management team, Paradigm Sports Management, also represents Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao has never fought above 147. If Conor's fighting in January at 170, it's a big ask to then move all the way down. I don't think it will be at 147, but let's say 150, 152, something like that. The fact that he's fighting at 155, and as we sit here right now, I'm told he's kind of close to 155 already, weigh-ins Friday morning here in America, I think is a sign that he is supremely interested in that Pacquiao fight happening this year. By the way, what is your interest in that fight? Could I ask?
Okay, so a little inside information, which I trust that you already have, but for reasons didn't share it. That fight is agreed to. Both Conor and Pacquiao have agreed to that fight. Dana's got to sign off on it. If I were Dana White, I would not sign off on it. That is not going to be a mega fight. I would watch it. And you mentioned, by the way, if we're playing hypothetical, that Manny's going to make Conor come down to 152 or 147. Excuse me, Manny Pacquiao. If you make a guy who's only boxed once and, oh, by the way, didn't win, cut all this weight to come to you, man, tell your story somewhere else.
So what do you think? You think it would happen at like 154 or something like that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, if they're going to put it wherever they want. I mean, Manny Pacquiao should not be asking. Remember when Floyd did this and the gloves had to be made in a certain country and there was no horsehair and you had to... Remember when they did all that and Conor goes, man, I don't even know that they put horsehair in gloves. Do whatever you want. I don't care about those things. I bring that to you because if Pacquiao's going to look at Conor, who has never won a boxing match, and he's going to make him cut all this weight to get these... Man, come on, go somewhere else. I hope that Dana White does not allow that fight to happen. There is nothing more mistold in all of sport, Ariel, than the numbers of success for Conor versus Floyd. I was in that arena, and there was a lot of people dressed up like empty seats, and Pacquiao was no Floyd. Dana, don't let this fight happen.
Worth noting, his coach, John Kavanagh, telling me he doesn't want him to go to boxing. The good news is this Saturday, he's back in MMA, he's back in the UFC, and I think we would both agree that he's back in his best weight class. 155 is where I think we all want to see him make a run. That run begins on Saturday.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.